Hi Pisces, welcome to your mid to end December harsh truth reading. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. Okay. Five of Wands. Could be an internal strife or struggle, so you're conflicted with inside yourself, Pisces. It could be fighting out, external fighting with a loved one, just a lot of conflict and drama. King of Cups, Eight of Cups, Knight of Coins, which is Pentacles, coins in this deck. Queen of Wands, the Emperor, could be Aries. This could be Pisces, Capricorn, or Scorpio right here. Page of Cups. Okay. All right. So, what's this King of Cups about? I think you still want to believe that it's still sort of an endless supply of love, or that there's still that reciprocal, emotionally generous relationship, that person still loves you, that you are still connected to that person. You don't want them to walk away. You don't want to feel like walking away. Okay, so I think you want to believe that this person is either, could be Capricorn, that they love you, it's just unhealthy right now, that there's a lot of delays and a lot of conflict and a lot of things, but that the person or the relationship is solid, it's just situational, that it's just not healthy. But, and it's almost like if you reduce it down to the situation, there's still a chance, right? That the relationship is salvageable, the person is redeemable, it's just situational. That this fighting and this tension or these doubts that you're having is about, it's situational, rather than someone just giving up and walking away. Someone just feeling like, you know what, I just can't anymore. I just can't. And actually what is true is, well, it could be a couple of things. It could be reduced down to just a physical relationship. It could be that progress is going to be steady and slow, that you will find your way out of this. It's just that progress is steady and slow. It may look like someone's taking a departure, but maybe things are just being distilled down to what is really wrong or going on, and it's a slow and steady approach. It's going to feel glacial, though. It could be that someone's being stubborn, but I think this is about someone making a decision to do the work, to work on themselves, or this could be you making the decision to do the right thing and start to do some work to become more secure, maybe take charge and say, okay, this is how we're going to handle this. Let's see here. What's this Knight of Coins about? The fighting. Yeah. So with this conflict, it could, like I said, it could be inner conflict, maybe not knowing what to do, or struggling inside yourself with sort of the path, the best path to take. This could be Sagittarius. This is pulling back, recalibrating, balancing, maybe taking time out to think things through, get some perspective, heal, slowing your roll so that you can get some balance and perspective here. So this is basically taking a measured approach to solving the conflict. And one of the first things you're going to do is, or this other person is going to do, whoever this is, it could be the situation, this calls for pulling back, getting perspective, and deciding. A lot of times this means bringing out the best in everyone. So having those heated, passionate talks, maybe, so that you can get perspective. Okay, maybe this isn't fighting. Maybe this is trying to get to the bottom of an issue, and it's all about getting that perspective, maybe pulling back, taking things slower, taking things down a notch, or at least trying to reach a solution. So there's strife involved, but it's purposeful. Do you know what I mean? This could be inner conflict, and it could be that, I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to pull back, and I'm just going to try and keep myself busy with work until I figure out what to do. It could be you as a couple. This fighting is purposeful in that it leads to a new perspective, and you take a new approach, and it's more solid and stable. It might be moving a lot slower, but the path will be secure, or the progress will be stable and secure. So it could be that. So this is actually what's true. Nobody's going anywhere. It's just things are slowing down, and there is fighting, but it could be purposeful to get to the bottom of it. You're really going through it right now with somebody. Either mentally you're kind of just, self-doubt, or the other person, but it's all to get some perspective and to pull back and hopefully become more secure or stable. All right. This is Queen of Wands. Leo. Yeah, this is, you want to make it work with probably somebody that you consider, either you have a very strong foundation. This could be a person, a fire sign person, Aries, Leo, or Sag. This would suggest Leo because we got the, this strength card could be Leo. And this is about winning success with this person, you two working together. So you've got your heart set on somebody that you think is very capable, probably a very good partner, someone that you want to do things with and for, and you like your chances with this person. You think that they would suit you, that you would be strong together, that you'd be a very good match. You don't want it to be about control. You want it to be about a creation, about you two going on an adventure together, so to speak, about you two working together and seamlessly and side by side, rather than someone being in charge and being controlling. This is about self-confidence. This is about control and kind of keeping things the way they've always been, and I say this and everybody else follows. This is somebody you see as a partner, and you really want that. Defined rules are not, this is not for you. Okay, so what will happen is you're going to start talking again. If you haven't been talking, you're going to start talking again. This is taking that rest and not talking. Yeah, so either in the restful state, in this balanced, pulling back, slowing down state, perhaps, moving at a glacial pace. Maybe there hasn't even been any talking because you've just taken a time out, pulled back, and you're kind of recalibrating, the both of you, or just you are, and trying to learn, trying to become more secure, having your doubts, but still wanting to go ahead anyway, because here comes this Five of Wands transmuted to a Six of Wands with this person, with this companionship. So you see this person as viable and as a good match, right? So this is starting to talk again if you're not talking. If instead of it being this fighting or this conflict, now you're starting to work together. You're starting to share messages of love. You're starting to be like, oh, we're kind of on the same page, and synchronicity. Instead of conflict, it's synchronicity now. And if you haven't been talking, you are going to start talking to this person again after this rest and perspective. This is kind of the same energy here as far as this, for this situation. Getting rest, getting perspective, recuperating, recalibrating, thinking things over, meditation, contemplating, and then things happening, communication, and things happening either quickly or assuredly after that. If they're not happening quickly, they're moving on a solid, steady path. So, hallelujah, Pisces. It's not like, oh, you're screwed. There might have been a breakup, and you two have gone off on your own to see, just to think things over, to get some perspective. And there might have been a lot of doubt or a lot of conflict. And I think you're really wanting that connection with that person, and this just to be something that you can work through the delays, the not being able to make a decision, this unhealthy, toxic energy. You're really hoping that it can work through, and this would suggest that it can. That you will rise above, that you will overcome this unhealthy, toxic situation. You'll have the willpower and the strength and the assertion and the self-confidence to basically get back up on the horse and to work it out with this person. And if you've broken up, maybe this is about you deciding, okay, it could be a number of things. It could be you working it out, coming full circle, working it out with the person. It could be after this breakup, maybe this is you getting that perspective, and then, but it feels like it's with the same person. This doesn't feel like a new person. Whoever you're going to reach out to, or whoever's going to reach out to you, does not feel like a new person. It feels like this is coming back around again. It's an old issue coming back around again. All right. What else for Pisces? Got 3 oracle cards for you, Pisces. For Pisces, what do we got? Pisces. Pisces. What else for Pisces? Be strong, Sekhmet. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. Yes, be strong, being stable and strong, being strong, stable and strong. I think you also see yourself stronger, like it's almost like you're better together, that sort of thing. With this person, I think that's why there's such an attraction to that person, is because they just really suit you. I think you guys, there's a reciprocity going on there, where you each suit each other, and each of your strengths are the other's weaknesses, and vice versa. It's not codependent, which it might have felt like that, like, oh my gosh, we're too in each other's business, we're relying on each other too much. But I think once you get this perspective, take time out and you start to realize what your strengths are and what your threshold is, like, I'm just not good at that, and then you know what you can do, what the other person can do, then it becomes like a choice, or it becomes a delegation of duties, not control, but working together after you realize what worked, what didn't. You know what I mean? Because when you try to do that whole, I don't know, when you try to do what you can't do, and then there's resentment and anger, and then everybody gets in everybody's business and starts blaming, or like one person can't do it, so the other person does everything, and then there's resentment, and it gets all messy and muddy. Know your strengths, play to your strengths, and let the other person, do what they do best. Oh, I think this has been a separation, honestly, because we got thinking of you here, a loving thought, serendipity. So by chance or accident, you're going to end up meeting up with this person again, running into them, talking, starting to talk again. Somebody's going to perhaps facilitate that. Could be you reaching out, could be them reaching out, but somebody's going to facilitate this. They're coming back around again, Pisces. You two are both thinking of each other. There very well could have been a separation or a break, but you two are heavily on each other's minds. Honestly, this is very sweet, actually. Endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. Yes. So this is the old, this would be the new. A new beginning, a new start. So perhaps you are still processing, taking some time, either way. And it could be an ending with that person, and then would you like to have a new beginning, though, with the same person? Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, we can't do this anymore. How about we do this? And how about we work on creating instead of what we've always done that didn't work? This is, what we've always done. The buck stops with me. Control, top down, that sort of thing. This is creation energy. I know I've said that, but still, this is taking a new healthy approach to maybe the same relationship and seeing what happens, because there's a love there. Honestly, there is a love there. It's just that there had to be that break so that I guess you guys could recalibrate or just think things through. There was a lot of doubt, a lot of inner conflict, a lot of outer conflict, feelings that this was just not working anymore. It was just too toxic and unhealthy. A lot of people don't come back from this, honestly. This is pretty cool, Pisces, because this usually is like a deal breaker or an ender. People either can't escape this, or they don't have what is needed. They can't see their way out of it to change it. It's just something that, I just got to get out of this situation. It's very hard to heal this or to transmute this and transform that. So my hat's off to you for having the guts, if nothing else, just for having the guts and the sheer willpower to stick with it, to see what can actually happen. Okay, Pisces, that is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.